everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today I wanted to showcase some aggro. I feel like aggro has been in a pretty awkward spot in this patch, and by awkward I mean pretty bad. I don't think there's a lot of like really aggressive decks out there that are kind of putting impact, at least not what we know of, like this not so aggressive decks. So I wanted to see if Annie Jhin could at least compete a little bit with the meta, right? And I think it does okay into some decks, but it also does really bad against others, mainly Janna Nilah, right? Like Janna Nilah with the removal and their blockers ends up being such a bad matchup for this. But against other mid-range decks that kind of like to go a little bit taller, whether it's Overwhelm, whether it's like Jax Ornn, like this can be a really great counter into that. And I think that's where Noxus aggro still shines, and why I wanted to showcase it today. So hope you enjoy these games of Annie Jhin coming up. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also join our channel and become a member. You can become a gladiator or a champion. Each one has different perks that you can check out below on the join button or in the description below. And lastly, if you have any suggestions or any meme decks that you want us to try out before the new patch comes out next week, let us know, and we might give that a shot this coming weekend. So hope you enjoy the games, and I'll see you all at the end for some mulligan tip and in-depth breakdown. In this match, we're going against Janna, Diana, and Yuumi. So this is going to be a Cosmic Cold deck. The problem against this deck is going to be if the opponent has Cosmic Youngling, which is very likely they do. We do get the Annie, so at least we get a decent attack. But the opponent could easily have... Like, if they have the Dustbringer into Diana, I'm kind of sad, aren't I? I guess we can go Solaris Sunhawk now. Yeah, I guess we can go Sunhawk. That's not bad. The opponent didn't show us the Dustbringer, so... good for us. No Dustbringer is good for us. I'm gonna make them choose between killing the Mana Soul or killing the Annie.
Janna, I answer.
Yeah, so... I guess if we go Mana Soul and we attack with Annie, doesn't really make sense, does it? So it has to be Sunhawk into Pigeon. That makes the most sense now, just because of that. Opponent could have like a Mystic here.
I'm here in Janna's name.
Chooses to not refill their mana, okay. If they choose to block the Annie... If they choose to block the Annie, that means we just push more damage? Am I okay letting that happen? Am I okay giving up this Annie? I have to be, right? Oh, okay, that's smart. That's smart. Alright. That forces my hand here, right? Because now my attack becomes just this. So I guess now we have to actually try to level up this Annie, which... not for nothing, but I guess we could with the Mana Soul Student. Let's give them the Mana Soul Student. If you have a Howling Gale or whatever, you can kill it. I don't care. I think I have to give them this, right? I have to give them this. If you have another Mystic, if you have a Howling Gale, whatever you have, just pop it. If it's a Janna, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's not any of that stuff. So it's not any of that stuff. We go Stagehand into the Maliciousness. Acorn? Oh, yeah. That's gross. Yeah, we can block this one. That's gross. That Acorn is gross. Alright. So, we go Stagehand. Right? Opponent knows they have to kill this Annie. Otherwise, she's gonna level up. Okay, opponent decides, let's not do that. We'll go here. Annie levels up. We also get to pop quite a bit of stuff with this Jhin. We can stun the Cosmic Youngling and remove the Acorn with the Pirouette, which will allow me to force him to have to block with the Clockline. Oh, that Surveyor is nasty. That Surveyor is nasty. Wow. So I definitely need to kill this acorn. I think I definitely need to go like this. Stunning this doesn't matter because opponent gets the heal next turn. I think we just go like this. Because this is healing back up every turn.
I know what
We go like this. I want to keep this Mana Soul student. I think at this point we're trying to kind of burn them out a little bit. This Jhin is literally leveled up. Opponent can get the heal right now, right? But they're still taking a lot of damage. They're still going down to, I guess, they're gonna go back to 7 with the Cosmic Jungling. Okay, perfect. You need to block like that. Opponent sees it. Opponent sees what they need to do. Now, if this Jhin stays alive, we get so much value from it. We don't have a way to trigger the Mana Soul student next turn, unfortunately. So there's no way to level up the Jhin into our next attack. That's gross. They killed the Mana Soul student. Alright. They finally killed the Mana Soul student. We just go like this. I'm down to drop this Jhin right now. Opponent could have double Mystic. I guess could also have like... Yeah, the Howling Gale is not enough, so I think I just dropped it. I think I just dropped this. The Howling Gale is getting 4 right now, so the opponent has to have double Mystic.
Stay in school, Annie. You'll make something of yourself yet.
They showed us one Mystic just now. Showed us another one earlier. So how do you remove this Jhin? How did you remove this Jhin? If I had one more, I would start with the Tivers, but because we don't have one more ability for the Lotus Trap, it's just refreshments. Okay, so it's just refreshments to start with. I think if I open attack, I think the opponent just gets there. Like if I go like this, opponent blocks here, chump blocks with that, just gets a ton of value. If I go Tivers, we can actually go Disintegrate and get a stun out of this, and we have the Fearsome with the Tivers. But the opponent could then have the answer to remove the Jhin, which means that we lose that 4 damage. Let's go for the stun.
I have prepared something very...
I'm gonna go for this. We can put the Disintegrate. I guess honestly I should have done it on the Miriam. I just messed up, right? I just messed up here. Because the Jhin is gonna stun the Cosmic Jungling if we play for the Cosmical. And if we play the Annie. I'm just gonna go for it this way. If you have the way to remove Jhin, you have it, right? You show me 2 Mystic shots already. So I'm gonna say that you don't have a way to remove this Jhin. But yeah, I should have always been stunning the Miriam, because we could have actually presented the Annie Disintegrate at the same time to be able to actually stun this Cosmic Jungling.
A clumsy use of anticipation.
Opponent gets to heal up. Now I can still save this. If the opponent does nothing, I can just play the Annie stun afterwards. 5 mana is still not enough for Howling Gale, right? Because Howling Gale only dealing 3. Okay, now they can have Howling Gale, right? Or they can just have Hush. Okay, so they're just gonna Hush. So they're just gonna Hush here. Alright, so me messing up is fine because the opponent had the Hush. Here's the problem.
Dusk approaches.
I just attack with everything anyways, right?
Aim.
The Lotus Trap still happens, huh? Wait, this Lotus Trap still happens? So if I go like this, I'm pushing 5, 8, 12, 13, 14. So the Lotus Trap still happens because the Lotus Traps is Jin's skill.
The whole world.
On the tree.
Let's go like this. I think at this point I actually want to have the Disintegrate in my hand.
Pull it to the face.
Because the Lotus Trap is actually the origin, not Jhin, so it still will happen anyways. I think at this point I'd rather just keep the Disintegrate in my hand. The Diana just gets to Chump Block for free, I guess, which kind of sucks. Whatever.
Meet destiny.
Yeah, the opponent gets to block that. They still take the damage here.
Away with you.
That's a mistake, because this is just going to kill you, right?
Not another step.
Yeah, you want to go like that?
Away with you. Not another step.
Yeah, there we go. They found the one. They found the one. They found the one that they needed to attack.
Away with you.
That's the bad one, because that again that just dies to the Molten Shield. Like that just kills you for free. I guess he stops the most damage though. So at this point, opponent's just concerned about taking too much. I think they think we had a fervor. They think we have a fervor. Just based on what we were doing, they think we had a fervor, right? They have 8 mana. They have the Cosmic Rays, right? So we can go ahead and just go like this. Do I care about this Jungling? Am I ever? No, I don't think I care, right? I think just go here. Then we play second Annie. We still have this fearsome attacker. And we have the Jhin pushing a ton of damage. Yeah, we have the Jhin pushing a ton of damage. We have the Annie pushing a ton of damage. The heal is Q, but that shouldn't do enough. We could go Sunhawk. And that will stun both units. Let's make sure that we have like an uninterrupted attack. If the opponent has another heal, they can survive the open attack by chump blocking with the Diana and the Cosmic Jungling. So let's just drop this. Let's just drop this stun here, stun both units, and just win the game there, right? That was scary. That was scary. Opponent just didn't find the cards that they needed, because it is after all a Cosmic Call deck. So the opponent probably had a Cosmic Call in their hand that they could never play because we just put too much pressure on them. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Janna and Nilah. Okay, so their removal is kind of annoying, right? Like the Mystics and the Divine Whirlwinds, etc. Kind of makes this Mana Soul student like really bad for us, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it makes the Mana Soul student bad. I don't hate the Tusk Speaker, but I want to see if I can find my champions. We get the Jhin, but we don't have anything else really that we can play on turn 2. Okay, we can go. That's such a good draw for them, right? That's such a good draw for them because it lets them play the Miriam Netstone if they have it. So they can play Miriam and kind of get value that way. I'm just gonna go Corsair and just attack with the Saboteur and just, I guess, start getting this Jhin enabled. The Howling Gale means that the Jhin dies. Opponent could just go for a Mystic here. They didn't go for the mana, so it makes me feel completely fine playing the double Corsair here. Alright, so we'll just go like this. Start working on this Jhin level up.
Wait a minute.
Opponent decides to not take the furrow block. Yeah, you always block with Miriam here. You always block with the Miriam. Thank you. Like that would have made no sense for them not to block with the Miriam. The good thing is that we do have these Witnesses, right? So we can just play Witness. We can play the Witness to stun the opponent, like one of the opponent's units, and have this Witness to attack with next turn. So it's not like impossible for us to get value. That's even better here. Okay, so we can just go here. We can go like this. I have to be a little bit concerned about Howling Gale to pop my Jhin. I'm okay blocking this, to be honest, because I get to play the Pigeon. Opponent could have double Mystic next turn to kill Jhin.
A game. Go on then.
They have 4 mana. I think we dropped down Jhin. We got the second one. I think we just dropped down this Jhin. We drop down this Jhin and force the opponent to find the answer. What I don't want to do is that I probably don't want to attack with the Pigeon. I think I want to keep the Pigeon as an additional attacker. If the opponent kills Jhin here with double Mystic or with like Mystic plus Howling Gale, no, because the Mystic plus Howling Gale doesn't kill it. It will only take.
May your blessings upon me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so we go like this, and we just get to pop everything. We can keep the Pigeon back. They can block with the Mariner or the Miriam, and we have a second Jhin for later on. The only downside is the fact that it doesn't, if we attack here... Maybe we keep this Jhin. Maybe we keep this Jhin. Yeah, I think I actually prefer keeping the Jhin. Let's go like this. Because this Jhin is so close to leveling up. This Jhin is so close to leveling up, right? I want the opponent to have to kill this first Jhin. I want the opponent to have to kill this first Jhin.
Storm unrelenting.
This is kind of weird though, right? Very weird. Because,
Wind need not be seen to move our world.
Leap of faith, huh? You'll catch me, right?
if we play the Witness, like, we can play this Witness now into Demolitionist and just have this Witness as an additional attack. We know that the opponent has a Howling Gale, right? Like, there's no way that the opponent doesn't have a Howling Gale to stop the Jhin. If it's anything else, if it's anything less than a Howling Gale, if it's like... Okay, yeah, so there goes the Howling Gale, right? The Howling Gale is gonna happen next turn. This time, sorry. So here comes the Howling Gale. Before. Decides not to do it. If I attack here, then the opponent can have a Mystic. I'm down to pop that Janna. I'm gonna put you on having the Howling Gale, so I'm gonna just kill the Janna since you're so graciously giving it to us. Yeah, I mean, you so graciously gave it to us. I'm gonna just pop her. We can keep this back because we can use this with the second Jhin. So it was a Mystic, okay. Here's the problem. Unless the opponent has double Mystic, they won't be able to kill this Jhin on a single shot. So they need to have Howling Gale plus Mystic to pop this second Jhin.
Suffering is the beating heart of drama.
And they have it? Okay. Gotcha plus Mystic. Alright, alright. The problem now is that the opponent still has 13 HP and all we have is a little Saboteur and the opponent's just smacking us down with his Mariners. So now we're looking for...
Everything's in place.
We're looking for the thing. We're looking for the Experimenter? Yeah. I still think killing the Janna is correct though, so I think I'll take that. Mana Soul Student, so 3, 6, 7. So this is 7 damage. 7, 8, 9. Opponent gets the Slipstream.
Guess we're doing this the ugly way.
We go down to 3. You should definitely attack with the Pool Shark. You should definitely attack with the Pool Shark. So this is 2, 3. The opponent goes to 7. 1, 2, 3 again. Opponent goes down to 4.
War Mason, reporting.
So this puts the opponent to 7. We can get them down to 4 next turn.
Glory of Nox.
We will need to have Fervor for us to actually have lethal on the turn after that.
Blast him.
Yeah, so we can go like this. We'll need to get Fervor. We will need to get Fervor after this to actually have a chance. I guess I could have gone Pirouette and attack with everything, but it's too easy for the opponent to have the answers. If I don't have Fervor, then it doesn't matter. Like, playing this Pirouette doesn't matter, right?
Now I gotta find one.
Perhaps the answer lies in others.
Playing the pirouette doesn't matter because if we get fervor, we get the damage from the mana soul student. It's better to keep the pirouette for now in case that the opponent gets greedy and does an open attack. That's the problem in this matchup. Yeah, that's the problem in this matchup. That it's too easy for the opponent to have the answers. They easily have the answer for the fervor as well, right? Like a divine whirlwind or a mystic shot is enough to kill us. But I mean, I have no out. I have no other out, right? So I have to just do it. If they have it, they have it. If they have it, they have it, right? If they have Mystic, Divine Whirlwind, they have it. If they don't, then we just win. Okay, they have the Divine Whirlwind, which means that they have lethal anyways. Because we go to 2 HP after the Nilah, so... GG's. No, I mean, the matchup is bad because of that, right? That's what kind of putting... That's what's putting Annie Jhin out of the meta. That the opponent has too much removal. And the Miriam as well is such a good blocker. That it's very difficult for you to actually find the good out. Like, your Jhin never survives, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Jax Ornn. So, the blacksmith, right? The blacksmith is a problem. This is not a great one-drop in this matchup. This is not a great one-drop. It's like literally the best one-drop for them to block. I like the rest of my hand, but I have to find a one-drop. I have to find a better one-drop than this. And if I get Annie or Jhin, that's even better. Yeah, like this ends up being so much better. Right? So I think I like this Annie here. We still have the stun with the Sunhawk. We don't have the Jhin. We can develop this Mana Soul student next turn. Opponent could easily have like a fish rat or something similar, I guess. Can also just go Sunhawk instead. Again, I'm kind of concerned about the blacksmith. The Annie can be punished if the opponent has Let's go Saboteur first. Let's go Saboteur first. I don't know that it's worth it for us to go Sunhawk. I might just go Saboteur and Annie. Because the Mana Soul student first means that we can easily just yeah, let's go like this. Let's go like this. I'm gonna take it slow with the Annie level up. I'm gonna play, and the Mana Soul student pushing 1 damage every turn is not bad. So the opponent doesn't get the blacksmith, so that's good for us. But they could easily have fish fight or the challenger spell. And it's still not enough to level up Annie just yet. I don't want to play this Sunhawk next turn, but I might have to. Oh, that's beautiful. That's even better, because now I don't have to play the Sunhawk, I can just play the Demolitionist. You want to pull this. You want to pull this Mana Soul student? Absolutely, right? If you pull the Annie, I'm okay with that. Because this extra damage is going to matter. Okay, well, yeah, this extra damage is going to matter a lot. Yeah, I'm cool with this.
Remember the objective.
Like, this is going to just burn you out, and that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to experience as the Jax Ornn player. Like, us just burning you out. They could have a fish fight, I guess, and just kill my Mana Soul student right now. They know we don't have the Jhin, right? So they know we don't have the Jhin. I guess let's just Fervor right now. If I fish fight right now, the opponent goes to 1 HP. Doesn't really matter to me, right? Let's just Fervor right now. At this point, you know I don't have the Jhin. Problem is that I want to burn them out, but like my hand means that I cannot really burn them out, can I? Cannot really burn them out. And as I say that, I guess I draw the Jhin, so that's not bad. So we can go like this. Stun the Castaway, Stagehand, stun another unit.
I'll shoot the wings off a bilge wasp.
Opponent could have access to the Bellows Breath. That's why I want to play the station last. If the opponent keeps the 5 mana, okay. So want to go here. I want to go here because what I want to do is that I want them to have to block with this one. The opponent ends up not blocking with it. I still attack with everything. That gives me the extra burn with the Jhin. Opponent can just block this one. They go down to 4. This takes them down to 3, and they could die to a Fervor unless they kill this Corsair. The Jhin is not gonna trigger anytime soon. There's no way for the Jhin to trigger, right? Okay. Fishfire can kill the Jhin. Fishfire can kill the Jhin. If this is all the opponent does, I think I'm okay with this. Catch. I'm still surviving.
And you know what?
I'm still surviving, right? I'm still concerned about the Bellows Breath. I'm still concerned about the Bellows Breath. If I go Jhin right now, and opponent has Fish Fire, they can kill the Jhin. I think I have to give them the Jhin. I have to give them the Jhin. Oh, it's just gonna be an Entomb? Okay. I think I have to give them the Jhin.
Let's get him, crew.
And then hope that we top deck the Fervor or anything that can do the 2 damage. Okay, there we go. So we just go like this and then just Fervor to finish the game. The problem is that the opponent can just wait, right? Opponent can just wait, and if they have another... I have to do it right now, right? I cannot let them get the draw. If they have another one, they have another one. I have to just do it right now. Like if they have another Entomb, they have another Entomb. Right? Giving them the extra draw doesn't make sense. Because it could give them closer, could get them that second 3 sisters. We just have to rip it right there and just go from there, right? Just gonna pay for our outs. So GG's. In this match, we're gonna against Lurk. Okay, so it's gonna be a race. I don't know that we win the race against Lurk. We do have the stuns, which is nice, and we have an Annie, and yeah, I kind of like this whole hand. Here, because I think we're gonna be able to level up the Annie pretty quickly, right? So we can go Annie here, Saboteur, open attack. We can even go stage hand first if we need to. And we'll go like this, just push 2 damage. Trying to level up this Annie quickly is gonna be good. If we had Jhin, this would be so good for us, right? Like the Jhin will make this so nice for us. There's also a world where we actually... Okay. So this is even better now, right? Because we can just steal stun it. I was gonna say, this is a world where we just try to stun, but I mean, at this point, opponent has the Rek'Sai, cool. You can get your value. We'll go here. We'll go Saboteur again. And then we can just literally go Sunhawk and get a bunch of damage next time. Ooh, what a draw. What a draw. Yeah, so we just go like this. This is gonna level up the Annie. The problem is that the Annie will not get to like... Oh, well, that's even better, right? We just block like this and we just go Corsair. So now you literally have no blockers from my units. Interesting. Okay, I mean, sure, you get to kill the Annie. But at this point, you trading here... I mean, actually, yeah, they get to kill the Annie. No, they don't get to kill the Annie because the Annie skill does 2 damage to the blocker, right? So the Annie stays alive. They can kill the Corsair, but that means that they're taking an additional damage everywhere else, and they go down to 8. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm chilling here. Yeah, the Annie doesn't die. Your best shot is killing this Corsair. Yeah, because if they kill the Corsair, I still get the damage from the Legion Saboteur later. It actually would have been better for them to kill the Corsair, because that 1 damage is worth... Because now you still leave this Corsair alive anyways. Like, that 1 damage was worth them having an extra blocker for another turn. Which again is, I think, what the opponent should have done, but it is what it is. So this is nice, because we can go Witness, Stage Hand, and be okay. Alright, we can even kill this Forsaken Bakai. Yeah, so we can go like this. Stun their 4-1. We can block this Bakai with either one of these units. So we can block the Bakai with the Annie. We can block the Sharkland here. Okay, the opponent's gonna decide to attack the Annie here. Sure. There's no way for me to stop that. I guess I could have waited. If I waited, I could have gone like... I think the block is worth it. So I think the block is worth it because we know we're gonna stun their units next time. Now, I have Tivers to stun their turn 6 when they play Rek'Sai. We know that the opponent has a Rek'Sai in their hand. So I have the Tivers to stun the Rek'Sai, so that's not going to be a problem. I'm going to stun the one that's damaged, because the one that's damaged is always going to die to the Tivers next turn anyways. So the opponent only has... Yeah. So then we just go like this. And again, this is lethal now because the opponent only has one blocker. That's why it was important to keep that other blocker on our first attack, on our first big attack. If they have kept that original blocker, they would have been okay. And then we have the Tivers to turn their Rek'Sai next turn, and that's why this matchup can be really good for us because the stuns just mess up with their game plans. We also did draw the nuts though with that Annie, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Jax and Ornn. So the stuns kind of give us a little bit of an advantage. I kind of like getting some nice attacks. The Mana Soul Student is kind of tempting, but I kind of need to find a 1-drop because I'm attacking on turn 1. Yeah, so we got a 1-drop. The opponent's 1-drops that can block this are like... I have to just rip it, right? I have to just rip it. If the opponent gets the Omen Hawk or the other 1-drop and they have it, they actually don't have it. So this is a pretty nice... Just 3 damage, right? This is a pretty nice 3 damage. We have double Corsair as well on top of it. Oh yeah, so we just go here. Here's the question. Do we sacrifice the Corsair?
Let's get him, crew.
Do we sacrifice the Corsair? We get to push an extra damage if we sacrifice this Corsair. Potentially more if the opponent actually doesn't block this.
In position.
Or we can just go like this. I think I'm just gonna go like this. If the opponent has a way to block this, they can block this. I think we can slowly burn them out with the Corsairs. If they want to give me... Okay, they didn't even give it to me, right? I was thinking if they want to give me the Sky Split or something like that, be my guess. Alright, the opponent gets the Blacksmith, unfortunately, so that's a little bit annoying. Let's go Mana Soul Student. The good thing about the Mana Soul Student is that it enables my Witness, right? Like, if we can play Demolitionist, it will enable my Witness. So then next time we can go, like, Witness, Witness, or whatever. What about we just go like this? What about we just go here, go Sunhawk, go Demolitionist. That way, if the opponent has the Challenger, they'll have to sacrifice their stuff. Yeah, we'll go here. And we can stun 2 other units with Witness, Witness. I guess we really shouldn't be doing both, but if they give me that attack, I'll take it. Right? This is getting rid of a blocker. This is getting rid of a blocker and getting rid of their heal. Like, what? I'm always taking that. I'm always taking that. And now we have space to actually play out the double Witness, and I think that kind of just seals the deal. Yeah, we just go Witness here. We want them to block with that Jax and lose that Jax, so that's why I'm not stunning the Jax. And then we go second Witness. I want them to stun with that Jax. You want them to sacrifice that Jax if they want to stay alive. This time we attack with everything, because if the opponent blocks here, I want to take that damage. The Bellows Breath is 5 mana, so they should have a way to do it. Yeah, they go ahead and do the fish fight. They know they have to sacrifice the Jax, right? They have to block here. They cannot take that extra damage. Like, you cannot block here. You have to block this one. Yep. Opponent goes down to 5. This will take them down to 3. This will take them down to 1. So then we're only looking for 1 more damage, right? 1 more damage, unless the opponent gets another Blacksmith. And by forcing them to block with the Jax, we slow down their potential win condition. So that's great for us as well. Catch, Scout, Ferocity. 9 plus 9 is 18. That's hot. I guess I have to block there, right? I'm gonna have to block it here. I go here because that way I can sacrifice this one into this one and this one into this one. That puts me down to 1 HP. So that puts me down to exactly 1 HP. And then we need to just find 1 more damage. So we're looking for 1 more damage here, huh? If we get the Jhin, this will be exactly enough, and there we go. That's why we play the Annie first. And that's 3. Woo! That was close. The top deck Jhin just saved us, right? Could have been a Fervor, could have been a Pirouette, could have been a Tusk Speaker. We have a lot of ways to deal 1 damage, right? We have a lot of ways to deal 1 damage. But yeah, that was the best way to do it because it gives the opponent no action to do anything. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed today's games of Annie Jhin. Again, I think it has a place in the meta. It has a place in the meta against some of this like kind of more aggressive type of decks that you might see running around. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think it's actually pretty decent. And for that, I think it's worth playing and giving it a shot if you're looking for a more aggressive deck that can help you climb up pretty fast. And that's what I recommend. Now, in terms of like strategy with this deck, you want to play this. It's an aggro deck. But the key that makes Annie Jhin so strong and why he actually gives a good matchup against like Jax Ornn, for example, are the stuns, right? So between your Solaris Soundhawk, your Stagehand, and your Witness, and even the Jhin stun and the Pirouette, you're able to just stun the opponent's blockers away, right? So that's the game plan. You want to stun the opponent's blockers away and give yourself like this really big attack that the opponent cannot deal with because they cannot block, because you have all these units that the opponent cannot block. You have all these units that you have stun from them, so they don't have any good blockers. This is why this deck tends to do better against those decks that kind of go tall, that don't go wide, because you're able to just stun like those key units. You're able to stun that big Darius, for example. You're able to stun that big Gnar, allowing you to push that damage and just be able to get through the opponent's defenses. Unlike going against something like Scouts or even Nilah Janna, which they end up having so many units that your stuns become less useful because you're never getting rid of all their blockers, right? If you have this deck is better when the meta is like just single, like 1 to 2 units at a time and not just a wide board every time, right? So just keep that in mind. So with that in mind, that's kind of what you want to achieve for though, right? You want to try to go for that, hey, let me find that turn where I can stun the opponent's blockers away and just push this big powerful attack into the opponent. Of course, you do have all this burn that you still run in this deck with the Demolitionist, the Savager, the Annie, the Fervor, etc., the Corsair. Like you still want to get and push as much burn as you can, even if you can get the Mana Soul Student to stabilize, even better, because that's going to be a lot of burn every single turn. But the burn really comes into play later into the game, right? In the early to mid game, you're just trying to push damage with your units before you transition to that burn. And that's where you kind of have to look for that strategy. With that said, the mulligan that I like the most is my champions. I want to look for Annie and Jhin. I think having Annie or Jhin or both just makes such a big difference on how you navigate each matchup that you want to see them in your early hand. So I just like to harm mulligan for them if possible. So yeah, so if you can, just harm mulligan for those 2 champions and try to go from there and then see what happens. And yeah, I mean, that's really the strategy. Just aggressive units and then aggressive with your burn as the game transitions to like turns 5, 6, 7. Now, anyways, that's gonna be it for us for today. Before I head out, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to 3 new gladiators that we got. So Naki Ford, Kenny Gutierrez, and Amilcar Javier. Thank you so much for becoming members of our channel, joining our channels, and becoming gladiators. Really appreciate your support. Means a lot. You can also, if you're not subscribed to us, you can subscribe to us below. We post LOR videos every single day. You can join our channel just like Amilcar, Kenny, and Naki did. By becoming a member, you get access to different perks, 2 different tiers. You can check that out in the join button below or in the description. And lastly, you can also find us on Twitch, Discord, and Twitter. The links to all of those are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.